I've been running a software development company over the past 3 years. Learning how to communicate better and keep clients for way longer has literally helped me quintuple my business since my first year. And so I wanted to share a very tactical framework on how I do that. There are loads of agencies that just get communication really, really wrong, especially when you're starting out, when you're in the early years and you're getting communication better. So I wanted to share my playbook on it. First things first is you need to decide on some kind of centralized repository on communication. So some document that basically just has links to the various communication pieces that you're going to be making. Anything related to the project should be linked in this one document. It's just a document full of links. It doesn't itself have loads of information. It just links out to it. And this document should always be publicly available to the client. You know, it should be pinned in your chat or Slack or whatever it is that you use. Second thing is using Loom to make updates, because man, Loom and like a short text summary, I think is an incredibly powerful combination. It gives a little bit of the human touch. It's asynchronous, so you don't have to block out a whole half hour. Literally, like the Loom video can take you 5 minutes. It is asynchronous and recorded. The client might watch it and they might not watch it. But even if they don't watch it, if they look back to the first week of the project, let's say 12 weeks after they start with you, they can watch a Loom update at every single point in the project. The text summary I also tend to do just because it makes it shorter, easier to read. And so many times my clients will just read the text summary. They won't watch the full video. But even the kind of 2 to 5 minute video, I think is incredibly valuable and also just providing more of a human aspect. And I think that's something that over time really, really helps for clients to feel a relationship with you. It's like, this is a person, this is a face that I see many, many times throughout my project. And even if that face has to change once or twice, that's okay. That's not a big deal. You can do that, but it gets them familiar with somebody as their kind of point of contact. I've literally had clients come back to me saying like, hey, I want to work with you guys again because man, last time you guys were so on top of communication. That was something that we really, really loved. And that was hugely valuable to me. And it told me that, you know, okay, we're doing something right. The last piece of my communication tends to be a synchronous piece. So some kind of weekly or monthly call where we actually do catch up face-to-face live on call. And that gives us a platform to basically discuss what's going on. These 3 pillars, they're really simple to implement. They're not that difficult. They make a massive difference on the client side. And I would say, you know, when it comes to the updates, asynchronous or synchronous, you want to set some kind of cadence. So monthly, weekly, I do weekly, you might do bi-weekly. The more frequent, usually the better, because it means you have more proof. But if you do them, you know, let's say daily, that's going to be a big burden on you in order to fulfill on. On a weekly, I think it's a very small burden already. Bi-weekly is even less. So I think weekly or bi-weekly is a kind of the sweet spot there, because it gives clients this regular cadence schedule where they never have to ask you what's going on with the project. That's a really key thing. It's like they should never have to ask you, where is my product, project, whatever it is, but they should know when to expect the communication from you. You need some kind of cadence, make it as frequent as you can without making it too much of a hassle for you. Do a little bit of synchronous, a little bit of asynchronous. I would also recommend doing video when you do asynchronous. Just keep it simple and just do it. Like, just stay consistent with it. Don't fail on the updates. I think most advanced kind of big agency owners will eventually establish something like this, but I think that the videos for me as a development agency were a big unlock because they weren't necessarily something that I immediately had in mind. And I think that might be useful to some people. So I thought I'd share it. Anyway, I record every day. You know, I try and read the comments for video ideas. So feel free to comment any questions if you have any.